Welcome back to Dark Souls. Well, we're back. Here we are with, say, a bonus video. We could call it that. We can just pretend that everything we just didn't really happen. Actually, this is our alternate timeline. We're back here. Because what if you want to see what happens if you choose the other option? If you want to link the fire, I want to show what happens if you do it. So that's what I'm going to do. Of course, in this timeline, we were foolish and we sided with Frampt. Through no fault of our own. He'll take us down into the Firelink altar.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
Before we warp to the Firelink altar, I want to show some of the items you can feed him, something interesting about them. It should be somewhere around here. You have bones. I think it's in our soul items. No, I don't think so. Maybe if we look for a dragon weapon? No. In fact, dragon weapons actually sell pretty well. Weird. Maybe if we look here. No, I don't see anything. Nothing really interesting. Shame. Well, that was a waste of time. Oh, what I wanted to tell you is that if you showed Frampt, say, the Soul of Smough, since we don't have it in this timeline, since we killed Ornstein last, he will only offer one soul. Because just like Gwyn, he considered Smough to be a thoroughly disgusting individual. He was a cannibal who ate his victims whole. No, he didn't eat his victims whole. He grounded their bones into his feed. He ate their bones. He stored their bones. But that's pretty much it. I think this also happens if you show him anything related to Seath. I don't exactly remember. But that doesn't really matter. Let's just head to the altar.
Very well. Then stay still for a moment.
Well, here we are. Back in the Firelink altar. Guess we have no choice but to rest at our Lord Vessel and offer up those souls. I'm not hollow. Good. Might as well. Let's do it. Once again, the final door opens. I wonder what Frampt would say when he reacts to this.
Oh. The Lord Vessel is satiated. Magnificent. You are the righteous successor to Gwyn, the new great lord, and I am Kingseeker no more. Your acquaintance was an honor. I must admit, I am fond of you humans. May you enjoy serendipity, and may the Age of Fire perpetuate.
By collecting the Lord's souls in the name of linking the fire, we can replace Gwyn and become the new Great Lord, become a Lord of Cinder ourselves. Frampt admits he's fond of us, even though the person he served didn't like humans very much. Serendipity. Well, goodbye, Frampt. This is where we leave you. Let's return to the final door again and pass through. Now, I'd like to mention something interesting about this little passage right here. It portends to another questline that was cut from the game. It used to be that Oscar of Astora used to not die in the Undead Asylum where we met him. He would survive and come with us to Lordran. He would be commanded by Frampt to also attempt to ring the Bells of Awakening, because he was hoping that he would have some role to play in this world. But when we start ringing the bells instead of him, he starts getting confused. And eventually, his path turns. It will be the opposite of whichever path you choose. If you choose to side with Frampt, he will attempt to kill you as the true because he will side with Koth, claiming to be the true Dark Lord. He'll call us a slave of the gods and a pawn of Frampt. But if you choose to side with Koth, he will side with Frampt and call you a foolish pawn of Darkstalker Koth and the fiendish Dark Lord, and he'll kill us as fate commanded him. And you would have to fight him here and kill him. Personally, I think instead of like Shiva being cut permanently, I think Oscar's questline didn't need to be in the game. I think it was just fine the way he ended. It leaves a good first impression. Let's go. We leave these poor knights to suffer. And we re-enter the kiln of the first flame. Now all that's left to do is enter the kiln and destroy Gwyn once again. No, you don't. Don't stand much of a chance, though. And if you're wondering, yes, I do have the fast roll, because I feel like I need it. Don't worry, there is a purpose to all of this. Just need to keep going. Back here, take out the Black Knight. I got hit. Not good. That should do it. Well, he's dead as a dodo. Let's just consume one humanity. Why not? Pick up the Black Knight armor again. And keep going. And when we come through, there's a summon sign here. This summon sign wasn't here the first time we came through, because this summon sign belongs to none other than Solaire of Astora. If you manage to save Solaire from his own demise in Lost Izalith, he'll move on with his quest. Even though he never found his son, he'll still collect the Lord's souls and head through the final door into the Kiln. Let's summon him, for old time's sake. Praise the sun indeed. At least he's helping us now. He could fight Gwyn with us. Solaire, come on. Stay away from him. And that's that. You might need to put that thing back, Solaire. Right. Let's keep going. Before we head through the door and defeat Gwyn again, I want to talk about something. I don't think I mentioned it before during my big, long discussion on part 64. I mentioned gameplay, bosses, and major themes, but I didn't mention something else. The storytelling. You've seen how Dark Souls tells its story. It's very different compared to most stories, but in my opinion, I think every video game should tell a story like Dark Souls. Because only video games can tell stories like that. Only in interactive media is it possible for you to look in item descriptions and find valuable information. And I think that's all I have to say about that. Now let's take Solaire with us and go right into the kiln to fight Gwyn once again. Of course, just to be respectful, I'll be quiet. Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, once again, has been destroyed. And it was Solaire that finished him off, too. What a coincidence. Well, of course, once again, we have a choice. Link the fire, or leave. Solaire, by taking him to the kiln of the First Flame, he can see that everything he believed in was a lie. Some ask when linking the fire or making the decision. Some ask, what would Solaire do? I'm not sure. When he sees just how much of a wreck the world is in, maybe he could see it as his calling to set the world right. Or seeing the completely haggard, how do I say it? The bastardized way, the way that Gwyn has been ruined by linking the fire, he would think otherwise, and see that the only way is to become the Dark Lord, or at least to let the fire to fade, and let the next age come forth. Remember, Solaire never met Koth. He doesn't know anything about the Dark Lord. Miyazaki says that if you summon him and you defeat Gwyn with him together, Solaire would link the fire in his own world. I'm not really sure about that. But I know what we're doing. We're going to link the fire ourselves. And this will permanently end our adventure. The chosen undead will become a Lord of Cinder, and who knows, the undead curse will just come back. There's no... because linking the fire caused the undead curse in the first place. Because linking the fire caused the undead curse in the first place, that was already a lie. But I highly doubt that Gwyn meant for a lot of the things that he did to happen. I don't think he meant a lot of it. He did mean a few things, like the genocide of the dragons, the banishment of his followers, the banishment of his own son and his wife. He did mean a few things, but everything after he left Link the Fire was all Gwyndolin and Frampt. And with that, I think we're done. Next time with Joseph Bulkin, we're going to go into a game that I feel I gave a major disservice to. Let's Link the Fire. And I want you to take a good long listen to the credits song. I was talking over it the first time because I had something important to say, but we're going to hear it this time. It's called The Nameless Song. Some say that it is the theme of the Chosen Undead / Dark Lord. Even when doing these massive things, this man is still a nobody. He was a nobody when he was let loose, and he was a nobody that just somehow managed to destroy the most powerful being in Lordran. But let's make things right. Goodbye.